Before anything else tonight, allow yourself to slow down. There is nothing you need to review, nothing you need to replay, nothing you need to think through right now. You don't need to move your body. You don't need to adjust your position. You don't need to stay alert. You are here, and for this moment, that is enough. God, tonight I come to you aware of how busy my mind has been. Not always racing, but constantly engaged. Thinking ahead. Thinking back. Thinking through possibilities that may never happen. Some of this mental effort came from responsibility. Some from care. Some from the desire to avoid mistakes. But this day is finished now. Every thought I carried longer than necessary, every scenario I rehearsed, every moment my mind stayed active when my body needed rest. I place it all into your hands. I don't need to keep thinking tonight. I don't need to stay mentally involved. I don't need to solve anything before sleeping. I am allowed to rest. God, quiet my mind gently. Not by forcing silence, and not by pushing thoughts away, but by loosening the grip they have on me. The thoughts that replay conversations. The thoughts that question decisions. The thoughts that imagine outcomes beyond my control. I don't need to answer them tonight. I don't need to follow them. Nothing requires my attention right now. As I breathe slowly, I begin to feel the difference in my body. My breathing deepens. My forehead softens. The pressure behind my eyes eases. I notice where mental strain lived today. In my temples. In my jaw. In the subtle tension that stayed even during quiet moments. And I invite release into those places now. God, soften my body. Every place that stayed alert. Every place that carried mental effort. Every place that learned to stay engaged without rest. I release the habit of overthinking tonight. I release the belief that constant thought keeps me safe. I release the fear of missing something important. Tonight, you are aware of what concerns me. I don't need to stay mentally vigilant. I don't need to monitor everything. As I breathe, my body feels heavier. The surface beneath me feels supportive and steady. God, I notice how my mind still reaches for problems to solve, questions without answers, thoughts that want closure. I don't need clarity tonight. I don't need certainty before resting. If a thought arises, I let it pass without engagement. I don't argue with it. I don't chase it. Nothing needs my effort right now. God, I release the habit of mental scanning, the habit of checking for what might go wrong, the habit of staying one step ahead. This night does not require analysis. As my breathing slows, my body sinks deeper into rest. My head feels supported. My neck relaxes. My jaw unclenches. Even my thoughts begin to slow. They arrive less frequently. They feel less insistent. God, if my awareness drifts, let it drift safely. If sleep approaches, let it come naturally. Nothing bad happens when my mind rests. Nothing important is neglected. While I rest, you remain attentive. While I sleep, you remain present. I am not ignoring reality tonight. I am allowing my mind to recover. God, I notice now how unfamiliar mental quiet can feel. When thoughts finally slow, there can be a sense of emptiness, a space that feels uncertain. But tonight, that space is safe. I don't need to fill it. I don't need to occupy it with thought. I allow my mind to rest without content. I allow my awareness to soften. If memories surface, they can wait. If ideas appear, they can pass. This night does not demand insight. God, let the quiet deepen. Not an anxious quiet, not a fragile quiet, but a steady, reassuring quiet. A quiet that calms my nervous system. A quiet where clarity can return naturally. I don't need answers right now. I don't need understanding before sleeping. Rest alone is enough. God, I begin to notice my breathing without trying to control it. Slow and steady, each breath finding its own rhythm. My chest rises and falls naturally. Nothing needs to be adjusted. Nothing needs to be fixed. My mind knows how to rest. God, I give you the thoughts I carried today, the questions that stayed with me, the mental effort I couldn't turn off. I don't need to hold them tonight. If awareness fades, let it fade. If sleep comes, let it come. I am not becoming careless by resting. I am restoring my mind. This moment is complete. God, I release the need to think my way into peace. I release the habit of trying to reason my way into rest. I release the pressure to understand everything. Rest does not require explanation. While I rest, you remain steady. Nothing requires my attention now. My body feels heavy. My breathing is slow. My thoughts are quiet. I do not need to move. I do not need to respond. I do not need to stay alert. This night is enough. If these longer prayers help you rest at night, you're welcome to subscribe and return whenever you need. And now, I return to prayer. God, I place tomorrow into your hands. Not with planning, not with mental rehearsal, not with worry. Tomorrow does not need my thoughts tonight. What I need will meet me when I wake. I am allowed to sleep. Let quiet settle deeply. Let mental strain release fully. Let peace replace overthinking. With every breath, my body relaxes further. My mind grows calmer. My thoughts slow. Nothing is required of me now. This night belongs to rest. Remain near as I sleep. Remain steady. Remain gentle. I am held. I am safe. Amen.